I could tell you a whimsical tale that's probably very inaccurate.
The Sensible Sociopath.
2, 3, 1, go.
Roma, the podcast is here!
It really never gets old.
Sorry about those jokes I said earlier about babies with both sets of genitals.
What does that even mean?
You know, I'm willing to risk my life for this podcast, Roma.
Ugh, that sounds insane.
And I'm also willing to risk your life for this podcast.
There's a difference between like uncomfortable and creepy.
Anyways, that's why I think pedophilia is just a sexuality like any other.
It was kind of traumatizing.
White people are bad and do bad things.
Periods are not just for women.
Take off their underwear and relax with their uncle.
How fast can I eat your ass?
I mean, you know, you look at me and you go, this is an international man.
My whole life is a sham.
And you can't get the white Oreos, that's racist.
I think I counted like 25 racially charged jokes.
White privilege allows me to turn off someone's headlights.
I was just being agreeable.
Roma, when was the last time you were agreeable?
It's been days.
Also, if you try to poop really hard, sometimes you'll come.
You would think that we'd have our shit together.
It's the enema for your face.
Yeah, I was gonna say cleaning's for women.
I'm not a lady, Roma.
Oh, this is so gay.
Let's try to be inclusive, Roma.
What does that even mean?
Real mature, Roma. Why, hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 74 of the Sensible Sociopath podcast. My name is Steve. I'll be your host today.
Hi, Steve.
We also have Roma, our in-studio producer.
Hi, guys.
And we also have Scented Candle.
Hi, Scented Candle.
Roma walked in. She's like, are you baking cookies in the podcast studio? I was like, Roma, I would never defile a podcast studio with cookies. But that's a great idea.
What scent is that? Cement?
Cookies.
Oh.
Yeah, no, cement. I do have cement.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
We did a show on it.
Did I tell you that? Have I ever told you that? Have I ever brought that up?
You have brought that up.
I just didn't know if you were a really great guesser. But no, I do. The reason I brought that in was, first of all, it smells great. And secondly,
straight up smells like cookies.
It does. And then secondly, it is my second ever completed, well, near complete, scented candle.
That like you've burnt all the way down?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've had the wherewithal.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got it when I was a baby.
Huh.
No, I don't know. I guess I just never really was a scented candle guy. And then a friend of mine.
And then you discovered cement?
Cement. Yeah, I was like, oh, I just want to put this in my mouth.
It's fucking delicious.
No, I just, I was like, why don't I do this? Why don't I just like wake up and then light a candle? It's something that probably normal people do, right?
I have fear of fire, so burning candles.
Like a werewolf?
Burning candles freaks me out.
Like the Frankenstein's monster?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And, all right. Now, Roma, you and I are related, so this probably isn't an appropriate conversation to have.
Oh, great.
At one point in my life, I was experimenting sexually.
Okay.
With a lady.
Okay.
No, I was actually in school, and I was asking someone about massage oils and things like that and doing some weird things. And they said that there were these candles that were for
yes.
that
So
type
you
of play.
burn them and they turn into oil, kind
Yeah.
of.
So I burnt this candle and poured it on her, right? And everything was going really well. But then when we got to the intimate touch, it started to burn.
Oh.
And the problem is I guess that like isn't supposed to be used. It's like oil, but it's not supposed to be used as
In
oil
sensitive
would be.
areas,
Yes.
yeah. Huh, that seems like it wasn't planned very well.
By me or by the people that
By
made
the
the
people
candle?
that made the candle.
That's what I was thinking, because then I talked to the same person. They were like, oh, yeah, you can't do that. I was like, what? I was like, I got it at the sex store. Do you know what they do with things there? Do you know what those fists are for? Those rubber horse dongs?
Oh.
You know what those are for?
Yeah, see, that doesn't seem that wouldn't be a very obvious thing to me. I wouldn't think like, oh, this, erotic oil shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be used. Like, so you have to have a massage, take a shower, and then get back to what you were doing?
That's right.
Like, doesn't seem very relaxing. I mean, I guess a shower could be relaxing, but
Eh, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's as relaxing as pouring hot wax and fire on people. And then, and that really kills the mood.
well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. I guess this depends on what you're into.
She wasn't.
No.
No, she wasn't a big fan. But what are you gonna do? Yeah. So, anyways, my second scented candle going
Good. Well,
towards the end now.
congratulations.
I feel pretty good about it.
I can't say that I've done that a whole lot.
It's something that's very new to me, and it feels good though. It feels like I really accomplished something.
Yeah, good.
It's like there's not much in life that really gets me excited. Let's see. When you get an onion ring in your French fries.
I got a piece of a green pepper on my sausage and mushroom pizza the other day.
Were you mad?
I was ambivalent.
Yeah.
I didn't have a strong feeling either way.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think I don't know, pizzas, it could be a betrayal because they can clearly see it.
It was obvious.
You know? I don't know how I feel about that one. But speaking of food and pizza aroma, our favorite rating system that we use to find out which restaurants we want to use?
Google reviews?
Close.
Mm.
DoorDash.
Yeah, I don't even know of any other ones.
Well, Yelp.
Oh, Yelp.
Yeah. So Yelp now has set it up so that they have something that's called consumer alerts. And what consumer alerts does is when you, I guess, click on a page or a restaurant, it will give you an alert if something has some place has been, I guess, labeled as racist, or that racist events have happened in these places.
Are you kidding?
No. So
what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, exactly. Who would abuse something like that?
Oh my God.
So I've got an article up there. It's actually a blog by Yelp.
Okay.
And they so they talk about in the blog, they're like, we've seen reviews mentioning Black-owned businesses increase 617% this summer. I wonder why. Perhaps in an effort to not have your place vandalized and burned down, people go, oh no, we're Black-owned. Yeah, totally. Just please don't burn down our business. Not that I'm sure people are cruising Yelp to figure out which.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of Black businesses that have been burnt down, but yeah.
Oh, totally. Absolutely. Which is why you should go on Yelp.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be higher if they still had businesses.
So they now have a system where you can rate a place as racist?
They're calling it the Yelp like racist button. I don't know. It's
So if you say if two people, one's white and one's Black, get into a disagreement, does that automatically make the place racist because they were two separate colors?
According to Yelp, yes.
Okay.
So as long as one of them hits the button saying it's racist, now hopefully that 617% of Black businesses get a pass.
Okay.
And they also said that in that same amount of time, 114% of women-owned businesses it was mentioned in the reviews.
Okay.
So they got a pass too, but
Okay.
only 114%.
So do they
increase.
Do they have one for like anti-patriarchy button or?
I mean, I would say probably, yeah.
I hope so. If they don't have it, I
I'm
hope
a
they get one.
diabetic, so our podcast is cool, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it makes you
I
minority.
get that D card. Yeah.
Are diabetics minorities?
Well, especially type 1 diabetics.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to be like me and Brandon.
Yeah.
We're like giving each other the look. We're like, yeah, what's up? Remember how you felt all out of it because you were like, wow, these guys are so cool. They're so edgy.
exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me because it seems like something that could be used out of spite.
Yeah. And they
And
did
and it's
say,
such a serious accusation nowadays that it could potentially ruin you over a miscommunication or somebody just having a shitty day. I mean, I've had people, I've worked in customer service and I've had people come in and fly off the handlebars because they couldn't use the bathroom because it was
systemic racism
it just wasn't we did not have a bathroom at that point in time and
for
they
those people.
right customers and totally flew off the handlebars and threatened to give a bad review and called one of my coworkers a bitch and like
Really?
yes.
Jesus.
It was like unbelievable and yeah, was super upset and we didn't do anything wrong and so I can't imagine having like a racist button because that would never possibly be abused.
Well, and yeah, and exactly that anybody can take anything for some kind of racist slight, or
Well, everybody does it now.
and that's it. Is it's the easiest default de facto way to completely condemn someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, if you're a business, I'm just really glad I'm not a business owner.
No shit. How long do you think this button will last?
Well, so what they say, did you show the article?
I didn't show it, but I
Yeah.
pulled it up.
So what they said is that let's see. So if you scroll down a little bit, they said something about, okay, yeah, public attention alert. Yeah, business accused of racist behavior when there's when there's resounding evidence of egregious racist actions from a business owner to an employee, such as using overtly racist slurs or symbols.
Or an employee.
Yeah. And so they say that there are safeguards in place because they were saying that there are social movements, because they mentioned Black Lives Matter and they mentioned a bunch of, which is good. But they mentioned that, a media event. So I don't know if that's like social media or news media or
like,
whatever it
so
is.
if you host a bunch of conservatives, does that mean that you're like,
Yeah,
a Nazi nationalist or whatever?
probably actually.
I'm
Actually, I
pretty
didn't
sure
really
that's
think of that.
exactly what they mean.
Yeah. But I think they were saying that they noticed that when there's significant activity increases in like a business's profile,
Mm-hmm.
that they will stop whatever. But it's like, I don't know. There was like this little diner or something that was shut down. There's been some bars and some other things that have been like basically just slandered for no reason other than, I don't know if it's like trolls or whatever it is trying to get these places shut down. It's
I'm
like
sure of it.
swatting,
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
So anyways, it's from the vice president. I liked Yelp. I wish they would keep their, identity politics out of their business.
Well, I'm just, is this really that big of a threat that we need to know if, the Taco Bell on 8th and Main or wherever it is racist? I mean, I don't know.
It's just a total push to, it's really it's really a way to control business owners, I think.
And that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah. And that, you can't run the business you want to the way you want, which isn't racist. It just isn't, because then what do they say? Then, oh, if you don't have Black Lives Matter stuff up, well, then you're racist.
Right.
If you won't put this up because you have a store that
isn't
whatever,
political.
A Mexican store, if you have a bodega, you have to put this up. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Unless you want Yelp to, and then suddenly you're all over the place. Get flags up whenever somebody's trying to find a bodega. So yeah, on top of all the businesses closing, they have to worry about this now too.
Yeah, great.
But the great thing about it is it's going to affect, I guess, the areas where people probably don't want to have business anyways. The super woke, terrible places to live because of a bunch
morality policing.
Yes, and that's really what it is. Yeah. But,
well, that makes me feel good on the inside.
Yeah. It's, yeah. I'm just glad we're not going to have to eat with racism anymore.
Yes.
You know?
Same.
Makes me happy. You want some other good news?
Absolutely.
Van Halen's dead.
Oh, thank God. Man, I've been waiting for
Yeah.
that one.
Yes, Eddie Van Halen. He was dead at 65, died of lung cancer. He
Okay.
has the funny thing was he was a heavy smoker for a while, but he blamed his lung cancer on the metallic guitar picks he used to put in his mouth.
Oh,
I don't think that was it.
I don't know if that would cause it or not.
Mm-hmm. But I do have sort of a story about Eddie Van Halen impacting my life in a significant way.
Oh, I can't wait.
I may have told this one before. So, Michael Jackson's last tour, I think, was it called His Story? His Story?
Possibly.
I think so.
I don't know if that was his last one, but I'm pretty sure he did have a history tour.
So, I was watching the making of. I don't know if this was right after he had died. I think this was in like 2010 or so. I don't know. I was watching the documentary, feeling my usual disconnection from the rest of the world and humanity. And Beat It came on. And out on stage walked I guess maybe it was Eddie Van Halen. I don't think it was. I think it was a guy playing Eddie Van Halen's part in the music.
Okay.
Beat It. But that music video part where dun, 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 you know, and then the
Yep.
Sorry, we don't have the right, so I'll just keep going. Yeah. Sorry.
Nailed it.
Yeah. You all know. So I started crying.
Interesting.
I started crying and getting emotional about the Eddie Van Halen guitar solo in Beat It.
Wow.
And I don't know why it made me so emotional, but that like made me connect with humanity a little bit,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
Like those times where you're like inappropriate cry, but you're just overwhelmed with emotion.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But when
I know you're not much of a crier.
I'm not really, but like I'm just one of those people that will cry at a TV commercial or like during, you know, something stupid, but I won't cry when someone I love dies, you know?
Right, yeah.
I don't know. What, crossed wires or something.
I love it.
But he will be missed for that contribution to the world.
For that one moment.
Was helping that pedophile make so much money he would never get caught. Thank you, Eddie Van Halen.
Oh. Our hats off to you.
Yeah. I did see them playing it live together. Michael Jackson was very enthusiastic about his guitar playing.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. He was like,
oh, Michael Jackson was playing guitar?
no.
Oh, okay.
Van Halen was, and Michael Jackson was being badass and dancing and stuff.
Okay. I was like, I didn't even know he could play.
Yeah. And then he was doing beat it. You know. It seemed very appropriate for the song Beat It.
Sounds like it.
It was like he did it before that, though, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Roma, that's about all I got. You got anything cool?
Oh, I have cool stuff. But where to start?
Ooh. Roma, you do have cool stuff.
Yeah, I tried. Let's see. All right. Apparently we can't read that.
That's not the cool one, Roma.
Which one did you like? This one?
Sure.
Video, giant rat pulled from Mexico City drainage system. Here,
This is going to be my favorite.
So there's the rat.
You're kidding.
Drainage cleaning project in Mexico City took a bizarre turn when workers unearthed the giant rat costume that was unsettlingly similar to a real rodent. The nightmarish
Jesus.
piece of debris was reportedly part of a massive haul of 22 tons of garbage that had been fished out of the city's drainage system in an effort to alleviate a flooding problem which had plagued the community over the last few weeks due to heavy rains. As one might imagine, the enormous rat constituted quite the clog and spawned something of a mystery as far as where it came from and how it got into the drain.
Well, it looks like lifelike. Like they weren't going for the funny Chuck E. Cheese rat.
Let's see here.
So that rat caused that flood?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, it is a life-size, or no, sorry, not a life-size, but a life-realistic rat costume, but it is about, what, the size of a VW bus?
It's big.
So, maybe yeah, Jesus, that thing's
it's tall. It's 6 feet tall at least.
Yeah.
That guy's probably 6 foot.
And what the
It's all
hell?
bloody and shit.
Ugh, could you imagine what? Okay, it's got a big butthole.
Could you imagine finding it? You'd shit yourself.
Yeah. You're like crawling through and your flashlight goes up and suddenly...
A resident named Evelyn Lopez eventually came forward to claim ownership of the oddity and explained that it is a human-sized rat costume she made or that she acquired as a Halloween decoration, but subsequently lost when it was swept away by flood waters long ago.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's a good explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That goddamn Evelyn. Yeah, I think I was going to say that a rat that big, I don't think its bone structure would be able to support its own weight, which would explain why it had broken legs and it was stuck in a sewer.
Yeah.
You know, you just get up to a certain size and then suddenly your legs snap.
It would be, yeah. Oof.
It'd be hard to get around.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about like my 600-pound life or whatever.
Do you like chocolate?
What?
Do you like chocolate?
I mean, yeah. As much as the next guy.
Let's see. Shoppers crack up over Marks and Spencer Harry Potter Xmas range. Claiming chocolate wand resembles something very rude.
Looks like that candle I bought.
Cement flavor one?
Yeah.
What do you think? That look delicious?
I think it looks like anal beads. I think that's what they're going for there.
Oh, boy. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen a wand that looked like... Well, I guess it depends on what kind of wand.
I mean, you put some batteries in it and...
Yeah, not really the same.
It's just funny, yeah, how...
So it's a long, thick...
Bulbous.
It's got different bulbs, like ridges on it.
Yeah.
It looks like a sex toy.
At varied lengths and varied widths.
But it's very thick.
Yeah.
It's not something that you would like daintily hold in your hand to cast a spell.
Yeah. It started with, they were like, okay, we're going to go with the real concept. They're like, but, it breaks too easily. When you're holding it from the end, it'll snap in half. They're like, well, let's just bring it out some, maybe thicken it up a bit. They're like, well, but then you can't see the bulbous ridges on it. Well, let's make those bigger. So eventually you just get a dildo. Everything becomes a dildo.
Yeah, I thought that looked fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's an engineering marvel is really what I'm talking about.
I mean, you're getting a lot of chocolate.
Yes. Yeah. Sweet, delicious chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dark chocolate, if you're into that BBC. British Broadcasting Company.
Yikes. All right, let's see. Vietnamese condom factory accused of recycling used prophylactics.
All right. That seems harder than just making more.
Vietnamese police said they will investigate a factory that was found recycling about 320,000 used condoms for resale, local media reported Thursday, following a tip from a local resident.
Just skip it.
Yeah, I'm going to. Provincial market inspectors over the weekend raided a factory where they found used condoms being replaced for sale at the market. A market
Okay.
inspector says the owner of the factory, 34-year-old woman, confessed that they bought the used condoms from a man in the province. The condoms were washed, reshaped, and packed into plastic bags, the newspaper said.
Oh my God.
How? Like, why?
And who had that job?
The newspaper quoted a
Just
health
a guy with a
official as
bottle
saying,
brush,
yeah.
toothbrush. We're going to use this later. No.
The health official was saying the recycled condoms pose an extreme health risk to users. You think?
What, COVID? It's not like they're reusing masks. Eh. No, you know what's funny is, okay, so this is that Green New Deal bullshit. This is what's going to happen.
Reuse condoms.
I mean, to get 320,000 condoms. So
Where are they coming from? Who's collecting them?
prostitutes, I guess. I mean, but that's what I'm wondering. So there must be some kind of a Green New Deal
Where you
they're,
recycle condoms?
yes, I bet you that's what it is just some stupid politicians like, you know what's the real problem? Dong rubbers. You need to get all these and put them all in a bag together and give them to this one guy. And he's going to turn them into cash. I don't know. He's a great salesman.
I just don't see where they're getting all these condoms from.
Because it's dirty on the inside and the outside. Think about that.
What
It's.
were they washing them with?
I would hope something like something as caustic or more caustic than spicy brown mustard.
I was gonna say, because if they used bleach, it would probably eat the condom away.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you either give people the AIDS that they were going to get from the used condom by not washing it thoroughly enough, or they get AIDS from the condom breaking.
Seems like a win-win.
I mean, just don't use them. That's what I say. That's how you get rashes and things. Probably. I don't know. I wouldn't know. No, that's very upsetting, though.
It's freaky.
Yeah. I think how much prostitution has to be going on there, because it's like, yeah, most people that aren't, I mean, who uses condoms? Gen Xers, really? I think they're the only people. But if you think about it,
I don't know.
And prostitutes.
Yeah.
That are probably mostly Gen Xers.
If you're lucky.
Well, I mean, it's a price of doing business, Roma.
So, let's see. Massachusetts man dies after overdosing on black licorice, case reports. They say too much of a good thing can be harmful, as was the case for one Massachusetts man who loved the love of black licorice ultimately cost him his life. In a case report recently detailed in the New England Journal of Medicine, doctors revealed a 54-year-old Massachusetts construction worker essentially overdosed on black licorice. The candy contains glycyrrhizic acid, which caused the man's potassium levels to plummet.
Glycyrrhizic, maybe? Glycyrrhizic acid? I don't know. Was this construction worker walking along the beach asking people to look at his package? Because I think we heard about him last week.
It's the same guy.
Yeah. Dangerously
low levels of potassium can lead to abnormal heart rhythms, high blood pressure, and in some cases, cognitive heart failure. Congestive, cognitive. Even a small amount of licorice you eat can increase your blood pressure a little bit.
Really?
Yep. That's what it says. The man who was not identified in the case report collapsed while eating lunch at a fast food restaurant. The incident occurred a few weeks after he had switched from red licorice to black licorice. He reportedly ate a bag or more of candy per day. See, to me, it doesn't seem like that much.
No, I could easily do that.
Yeah, I could eat a bag of freaking black licorice every day.
So, all right, first of all, this is the first I've ever heard that black licorice could kill you. So that's interesting. Secondly, you'd think like diabetes or something would get him first.
He must have already had issues.
And I mean, I guess if he's a construction worker, he's probably fairly fit. I don't know. strong in some way. Maybe he just had a strong personality.
Sarah says it can cause high blood pressure.
Really? I guess maybe this is something other people know.
If you want an explodey heart.
All right. Well, I mean, but you think that with like high sodium foods.
Sure.
And I guess high fat stuff clogs your arteries. The high sugar stuff you think causes diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
I just never really, and actually I'm not even really, usually I'm into kind of like, science
I've
and
never
stuff.
heard of it, but you think, black licorice is very, it's very potent stuff, So, I could see it affecting your health, but you would think in a good way. You'd think it would like drop your blood pressure or.
As opposed to cherry or strawberry, Twizzlers.
Right.
You'd think, because black licorice strikes me as one of those old school, candies. Just like molasses candy or whatever.
Or root beer or sarsaparilla or,
rock candy. Crack rock candy.
She says, check out the warning on throat coat tea. It has licorice. Yeah, I know it does, and it's gross. I do not like licorice in my tea at all. I'll eat black licorice, but or black licorice ice cream's good, but like in tea,
never had black licorice ice cream.
Yeah.
But black licorice is good. I prefer cherry licorice if I'm going to die.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you know.
I mean, look, if nothing else, we learned not to eat over a bag of black licorice per day and then have fast food on top of it. He was training for a marathon.
All right. Hopefully this loads. Embrace differences. Teen secures record for world's largest female legs.
Longest.
Oh, I'm sorry, longest.
I actually saw this. And apparently she smashed the other person's record.
A U.S. teenager who has the world's record for the longest female legs is encouraging people with unique physical attributes to embrace them. Mackie Curran from Texas has a right leg that is 134.3 centimeters long and a left leg that is 135.3 centimeters long.
Yeah, I think that was right at 6 feet. Or
she
sorry,
stands
5
at
foot.
6 feet 10 inches.
Yeah, because I think it was like 60 inches or something. It was 2.34.
While she finds it difficult to get through some doorways into cars or in some clothes, her long legs have advantages when she's playing on her school's volleyball team.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine trying to play like you're the second best volleyball player, It's like, you're like, I'm just going to go home.
But despite her long legs, she's a long way from being the tallest woman, a record set by Sun Fang from China, who stands at 7 feet 3 inches. Wow.
She must have trouble finding slacks.
Well, and that's what she said. It said in here, where'd it go? I think the ads covered it up, but it says something about she had gone to get leggings, like custom leggings made. And I think that's when it got discovered how freaking tall she was. I remember one time I did see a girl walking around downtown and had incredibly long legs. She was tall to begin with, but her legs were ridiculously long. Like you saw her and you're like, what is happening right now? And she was wearing short shorts and she was black, so and she was with a bunch of white girls, so it was just very stark contrast, and you just see all this leg. It was crazy.
Well, and it's funny because I think women have a higher variability of like torso to leg ratio.
Okay.
Because it seems like men generally kind of have similar, leg to torso ratios.
Yeah, it really depends on the man, but yeah.
I don't know, because I had a girlfriend one time and she was fairly short, but her legs were like normal length. So like her top part of her body was like more compressed, but her legs were like so it was kind of weird. I mean, she was very attractive and everything, but I think that's what this girl has going on is,
Yeah.
of course, accentuated to the point where, yeah, she has 5 foot tall legs and
Right.
a
Well, like
little body up on top.
I definitely have a longer torso and shorter legs.
Hmm.
Not like an obvious difference, but
And I
um
think that the variation between that, where it's like really long legs and a small torso,
mhm.
I think in women is more accentuated. Where obviously she's the outlier in this.
I wonder how big her feet is. I wonder if she ever wears heels.
It looks like some pretty big feet. If you
Yeah.
look back on her with the when she's on the
The chair.
yeah, right there. Those looks like some freaking 15s. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no kidding.
She's got that big head too. It's it's a slender head, but yeah,
Crazy.
she's all elbows.
God, could you imagine the growing pains in your bones?
I mean, oh, the show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really gets you right here.
Alan Thicke. Did he die? Yeah, he did. Sorry to hear that. Sorry, I keep bringing up bumming things.
God, I'm so depressed right now.
Yeah. I mean, hey, good for her that she's 17 and she's comfortable and she's going with it, because obviously she's, there's two ways you could go with it. You could either have a shitty life and you could be, reserved and feel self-conscious all the time, which I'm sure she does, but it's like there's nothing you can change about it unless you go to China and they turn you into the world's tallest woman.
Okay, here's a feel-good one. Aldi shopper says, God damn it. Aldi shopper says Jesus appeared on a potato, and even her usually skeptical husband agrees.
Wow, she took a dig at the husband, even in the. All right.
There's Jesus.
Is that Jesus? I mean,
Yeah, it looks like him. There's an eye. There's an eye. There's his nose. There's his beard.
I mean, that could be a lot of people, really.
Yeah,
It almost looks like Charles Bukowski.
I don't know
The
who
famous
that is.
poet. Will you look him up? Bukowski. Spelled like it sounds. B-U-K. Yeah. There we go.
That's him.
It's Bukowski.
Yep.
Yep,
I
that's it.
see
I
him.
mean, seriously.
That's the
It's got
guy.
the slicked back hair and everything. That's interesting.
I was staring at it, and it was quite obvious it was Jesus's face. It was just looking at me. I've seen stories before about people finding Jesus on their food, but I can never usually see it. This was just so obviously him. I called my husband in the kitchen, and he usually is really skeptical about these sorts of things. He never gets overexcited about anything, but even he agreed it looked like Jesus. I've eaten it now. Plenty of other people have previously claimed the face of Jesus has also appeared on items, or on to them on a variety of items, from the folds of curtains to the cuttings of a shrub.
What do they call it? The body of Christ? What's that? The is that the
Eucharist?
Eucharist?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess she
Some
deep
gluten-free.
fried her Eucharist.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds gross.
Yeah, that sounds wrong. Oh, my Eucharist popped out. Can't laugh too hard. Yeah, I'm not that big into this whole thing. You know what's crazy is that like you could sell a piece of toast for $15,000 or something. It's like who is spending their money on that? Who is? I mean, that's nice that she ate it. She's just like, fuck it. Takes a shitty cell phone picture. And what's with the spiky edge on it? What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, I wonder if it was a peeled. Maybe she peeled it.
Oh, I don't know. But apparently it wasn't that important because she ate it.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking easy come, easy go.
Right?
Go get another Aldi's potato. If I need to talk to the Lord.
62-year-old snake lays miracle eggs.
All right.
On July 23rd, a 62-year-old female ball python laid 7 eggs despite having been separated from any male pythons for at least 2 decades.
What a slut.
The manager of the St. Louis Zoo said it is not unknown for ball pythons to produce without a mate or even to reproduce asexually. Some snakes will actually store sperm in their bodies for delayed fertilization. It is, however, unusual for the species of snakes to lay eggs after they reach 60 years of age. 3 of the eggs are presently in an incubator, and 2 are being used for genetic sampling to find clues to the unusual event. 2 of the embryos did not survive. Although the snake was given to the zoo by a private owner in 1961, it is known only by the number 361003. God, they couldn't even give it a name?
Yeah. Guess a snake by any other name. You know, I think that, well, it's interesting that they can reproduce asexually and that they can store sperm for years. There must be some weird cases then, like, because, at least like with human paternity suits and things,
Mm-hmm.
There's a window of opportunity. With this fucking snakes? Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, could you imagine, though, if you had a snake for a decade and then all of a sudden one day you come home and there's eggs?
Had the snake sexually or?
Gross.
Yeah. But yeah, it shows up and it's like, hi, I'm your son 40 years later and he's 20. Like, this doesn't seem right. No, mom held on to your sperm for like 20 years. Yeah, she's a fucking crazy bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, her Eucharist popped out.
Oh, it's so gross.
Deep fried. Snake Dad.
Oh my God. Let's see.
I think that was a 1990s sitcom, wasn't it? Snake Dad.
Snake Dad.
Yeah.
Venomous caterpillars invade Virginia.
Virginia. Roma.
Wildlife officials in Virginia, I almost said Virginia.
Virginia.
In Virginia have issued a warning about hairy venomous caterpillars that produce a powerful and painful reaction when touched. According to the Virginia Department of Forestry, the deceptively diminutive creatures with the appropriately nightmarish name pus caterpillars have
Puss.
It's puss?
Virginia puss.
What's the difference between puss and
No,
pus?
I'm just kidding. Actually, I think that is,
Puss.
I think, isn't puss 2 S's?
So it's pus.
No.
I don't know. We're going to say pus.
All right.
Have recently been spotted in several counties in the eastern part of the state, somewhat resembling a tiny toupee. Oh, what's the Merkel? Merkin?
Yes, I think it's a Merkel.
It's
Or
called a
Merkin.
callback.
Is it a Merkin or a Merkel?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was like a year ago.
Yeah,
Wow, good callback, Roma.
thanks.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to put this in your pants, though. You'd be in trouble.
Pubic toupee, yep.
Let's see. It's somewhat resembling a tiny toupee. The fuzzy bug is far from adorable, and in fact is one of the most venomous species of caterpillar in the United States by way of toxin, which it easily transferred is easily transferred from its fur.
So that's what it looks like, though.
Here, I'm gonna play a video.
The news at 5.
Let's see.
Does look like a little pubic toupee. Oh
Like
my
rodents and
God, I hate
caterpillars.
that.
10 on your sites, Jason Marks first told you
Oh.
about them way back in 2013. A Virginia Beach woman told us she accidentally touched one and quickly regretted it. The pus caterpillar is one of 2 poisonous caterpillars found in the area.
All right. I'd rather
When
find
I
that
picked up the
rat.
cooler, I smashed the caterpillar against my wrist, and he stung me, and it happened right here. It was like nothing I've ever experienced. It was excruciating. it did not let up at all. So the whole time I was in the emergency room, it felt like I was still being stung.
Both of them will have exactly the same reaction. They have these hollow acid spines that are filled with an acid-like material. It protects them from birds. That's its benefit to the caterpillar.
There you are.
That's crazy. I've never seen that.
They look kind of cute. Do not touch them.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm.
Look at it just go.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's hunting.
It's hunting.
Coming for me. I'm gonna take a shotgun.
Look at underneath of it though. That's
Yeah.
creepy.
I don't like it.
What is it doing?
Well, do you remember when we were kids in Jersey, there were those caterpillars that would show up every year?
Yeah, there's a couple different kinds. The big fat green ones, and then there were the furry ones. What were those ones called?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they were, but they would like take over like
Mhm.
whole trees.
Yeah, they would
and
eat whole trees. They
yeah.
were crazy.
Yeah. So
I like the
guess-
big fat green ones though. Those are pretty cute.
Yeah, and they didn't have like the fur on them. They were just kind of like soft.
Yeah, they're kind of like almost like peach fuzz or something.
Yeah, they looked like chewable.
Yeah, totally like
Mhm.
grubs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Something Bear Grylls would find. Yeah. No, that's crazy though. I didn't know. I know that there are very venomous ones. And actually, you know what? I do want to start like, have you seen some of the really cool praying mantises?
I mean, I've seen praying mantises. I don't know if they were
There's
particularly cool.
check out this one. It's called the I think devil flower praying mantis. Praying mantis or something. There we go.
The devil's flower.
Yeah, look at images there.
He looks very leafy.
Yeah, there's some crazy pictures of him though. If you,
Oh, look at that.
yeah, go ahead and click on it just so you can see a little. Oh yeah, the go. So X out of that and go down to the bottom one, or yeah, I think it was or go up a little bit. It was black and yellow. There we go.
This
To the
one?
left. Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Crazy, right?
Ugh.
And
Ooh,
there
I
are
hate
a
him.
bunch of them that are like that. That are.
Oh, I hate him.
See, I like that, and I
Ooh.
hate that caterpillar.
He's scary. He looks like he should be in the movies Aliens.
Dude, totally. Actually, yeah, there's probably a lot of that's probably a lot of the reason they get them.
Steve had said they were the caterpillars that had the black and yellow stripes like a tiger.
Oh, like a tiger. It's a tiger. Sorry, I was just trying to find a
Sound drop?
yeah. Go ahead, Roma.
Okay.
You talk amongst yourselves.
Let's see. I have
You a communist?
watch bipedal goat become star in India.
All right.
A bizarre piece
Goat
of
star
footage.
hip hop.
A bizarre piece of footage out of India features a goat strutting down a dirt road on its hind legs to an astonishment of onlookers. The strange scene reportedly unfolded in a village of Telwara, where the owners of the animal managed to teach it to mimic their way of walking. Having successfully accomplished what was presumably a rather difficult task, they subsequently showcased the creature's newly learned ability by unleashing it upon the community.
With its pentagram tattoo and its oh my God. I hate that.
How horrifying is that?
Yeah, totally.
Ooh. It's like the devil.
Well, yeah, goats have always been associated with evil incarnate.
Yeah, especially black ones that walk on their hind legs.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Ugh.
and Yelp, take it easy. We're just saying black goats are evil. Okay? Black goats don't matter. That's what we're saying. No, that's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, no, super creepy.
Yeah. I think You would think somebody in a place like India might actually, well, maybe because they're less like Christian
Yeah, they tend
there.
to be like, aren't they Buddhists?
Hindus and
Hindus?
Buddhists
Yeah.
and Muslims, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think there are a lot of Muslims.
And I'm sure Christians, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're there too.
Kaylee says, wow.
Yeah. She's
Wow.
about the black goats don't matter, or about the goat walking around on its hind legs, because we're just trying to be inclusive. Yelp is watching our podcast all the time. So if you could leave us a positive review on Yelp, that'd be great. Or,
Don't press the racism button.
yeah, exactly. Don't press the racist button. We are as woke as the next podcast is. Probably one from NPR or the British Broadcasting Company. You know, BBC.
So you know how you like cats?
Hats?
Cats.
Cats? Yes, I like the cats.
Do you like cats?
Yeah, I do like cats.
Well, you just ruined the joke.
I don't like cats.
Okay. Well, would you like a cat if it granted you wishes?
I mean, is it some sort of trickery? Because I feel like a cat would perform some sort of trickery.
Not according to this, it isn't. Wish granting cat for sale in Russia. Here's the cat.
I
Looks
mean,
like
it's
Grumpy
cute.
Cat. Yeah, he is pretty cute.
I like him.
He is pretty cute.
I like his ears. His
An
little
odd
punum.
an odd online classified ad in Russia is selling what is described as a wish-granting cat, and by virtue of its purported ability, the feline's owner is asking for big bucks in return for the allegedly magical animal. The strange posting reportedly appeared in the Russian equivalent of Craigslist late last month and showcased a Scottish fold dubbed Visic in the listing. In the listing, the seller asserted that the cat can grant wishes and named the selling price as a whopping 10 million rubles, which translates to roughly $127,000.
Wow.
As one might imagine, the curious ad caught the attention of the Russian media outlet, who managed to track down Visic's owner. I don't know what his name is. A woman named Elena in the city of something to get to the bottom of this very weird claim. According to her, the cat's ability to grant wishes was discovered accidentally when she was in need of an apartment. Elena lamented her plight and asked for the animal to fulfill my wish for a new place to live. Literally the next day, I realized that everything would come true, she marveled. You immediately felt that the events are starting to take shape as they should, and a month later, I already had an apartment. Elena said that she subsequently put the cat's wish granting abilities to the test, and her family members received a new apartment and a new car. Alas, in the tale of as old as time, it would seem that the feline's magical powers were limited to only 3 instances, presumably per owner, which is why Elena has now decided to sell the cat.
Tale as old as time, cat granting wishes. You know, she really didn't try out. I mean, an apartment.
And a car.
Yeah.
Why didn't she just give it to one of her relatives?
That's true. Why didn't she just wish for $125,000 or $127,000? Do you think maybe it's like a pet cemetery?
Do you think she could wish for more wishes, or she didn't think to go that far?
Maybe she buried Visic in like a wish cemetery, and then he came back, but he was different. Gage slices your back of your leg with a.
Maybe
Maybe she needs $127,000 to reattach her Achilles tendon after a nice scalpeling by Visic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Elena.
I don't know. He is cute though.
Yeah, I like him, even though he's a little terrorist.
He looks like Grumpy Cat. Kind of.
Yeah. He looks like Sultry Cat. He's got those bedroom eyes, you know. Looks soft.
He does look soft.
Kay Bale said, black goats matter, damn it. Sorry. She caught us in the one moment we weren't as woke about black goats. She missed the whole front portion, though, where we were talking about how great Yelp is. all those racist sandwich shops. They'll get theirs.
Herd of charging cows in England kills second man in a month.
The same cows? Wow.
A 72-year-old man in England died after being charged by a herd of cows. Authorities said Friday, marking the country's second such fatality in 2 weeks. The tragic death of Malcolm Flynn happened around 11:45 a.m. on September 11th when he was walking near Thirlwall Castle in Gisland, Northumberland.
Gisland.
Flynn was with the companion when the cows charged across the field. Flynn was pronounced dead at the scene, which is on...
Was the companion a walking goat? Like, hey, get that goat.
He should have the cat to make wishes on.
Exactly. He has his walking goat. He's got his wish cat. He's got his hoary 60-year-old python.
This is getting pretty good.
Yeah.
Somebody should write a child's fable about this.
Absolutely. I'm sure there is one. Tale as old as time.
Oh, so this is the guy.
Wow, he looks cranky. He is not a happy looking dude. What is up with his head? It looks like it was stepped on by a cow already.
That
is the worst picture of anyone I've ever seen. Okay, let's break this down a little bit. He's a slight man with a royal purple collar jutting out from his red, what is that, a pullover?
Yeah, it's a pullover.
Yeah, it looks like a nice pullover. He looks like he is disgusted.
He does.
His face looks absolutely disgusted, like he saw two men kissing for the first time. Gisland is not as woke as you thought it would be.
Oh, man.
Standing in front of his flowers.
Maybe he's gay and he saw two heterosexuals kissing.
For the first time, because Gisland is fucking off the chain.
Right.
Yeah.
It is the most diverse. And by most diverse, it means there's no diversity at all.
There's
Everybody's
no babies
gay.
born there ever.
Everybody's gay.
Yep, exactly. That hoary python, yeah. No one knows where she got that sperm. They're not allowed to get competing gametes.
Apparently, they're having a problem with cows killing people.
Yeah. Well, he looks like a nice guy.
Over a week before Flynn's death, teacher Dave Clark died after cows injured him while he was walking near Richmond, North Yorkshire, according to The Guardian.
Crazy. So murderous cows. And you can't have a gun out there. So you have no way of protecting yourself from these cows.
This is true.
I mean, you could throw spicy mustard in their face.
Yeah, I don't know.
A condom full of spicy mustard. That's
A
what I
used
carry.
condom from... Where was that at?
Hanoi.
Was that where
Ho
it was?
Chi Minh City, yeah. Vietnam.
Well, from all the washing, I'm sure it deteriorated the materials.
And the friction, Roma. They be hitting it hard. You know what I'm saying? Vietnamese dick down.
Ugh. Margot says, the poor man is dead.
Well, yeah, but he was a bigot, Mom. I mean, Margot.
Let's see.
No,
Aggressive raccoon keeps harassing White House reporters.
Aggressive raccoons, huh?
Yeah, I gotta
That's
wait for
fun.
this commercial.
This show's brought to you by Charmin.
Aggressive raccoons keep harassing White House reporters, and there's wild video. Freaking raccoons, man, CNN's Joe John exclaims in one clip. Let's see.
God, again.
Animals are
That's
now
the second
trying
time.
to invade their
Jesus.
homes.
It's happening on Detroit's west side, just across from
Oh,
Rouge
this isn't
Park.
the story.
7 Action News reporter Rudy.
Okay, hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay.
This does look like it's getting. Is that guy Secret Service? Oh.
What? Get! There he is. Ah! Now, no events on the president's schedule today, and important to say, the White House, especially from the damn frickin' raccoons, man. God, again, this is the second time.
Trump's
Jesus.
attack raccoons.
Totally.
I guess the trap's not working, right? Hey, man.
You know, I mean, they really sent the right guy for this job, though, because he looks like he knows how to take care of some raccoons.
I guess.
He's throwing suitcases at him. I don't even know what that was. Where do you even get that? You're standing out there doing a live shot,
I don't know.
and then he just goes right back to it too, which is awesome. He handled that very well. I respect that guy, Joe Johns.
Good old Joe Johns of CNN.
Yeah, I mean, at least hey, there's some real reporting going on down there. Oh, they're going through all this stuff. That's awesome. So,
Strong
did I tell you?
Pawnee vibes. What the Pawnee vibe? Strong Pawnee vibes at the
Oh.
White House this morning as a raccoon attacked multiple news crews in North Lawn.
News Cruise.
News crews.
Pawnee is the place that not community. It's that show that
I have no idea.
it's a sitcom.
Sitcom.
Yeah.
Allegedly grabbed the pant leg of a photographer and then a correspondent before being fended off.
Well, and those things are vicious. I mean, raccoons can tear you up.
Yeah, they're like muscular cats. 14 raccoons confront dad and son in encounter that feels like end of days.
Well, and in DC when I was there, there's a huge rat problem. So when I would go out of I like to wander around. I've kind of told this story before, but I like to wander around when I'm in a
Traveling.
new place. Yeah, I just like to go kind of in the back places and just see what's going on. And
Look for the hookers.
well, what I find, Roma. That's why I bring my own condoms. Just kidding. And so I will go down the back like fire escapes and stuff, like the back stairwells of hotels, so that I go out the back doors
Oh,
and like find my way out the sides and like weird places that you're maybe not supposed to go as
you are
much.
weird.
And so I was staying right across from there's the hockey rink.
Okay.
And like it's this big, I mean, it's right in the middle of downtown, a few, probably maybe 7 blocks from the White House and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go down out back and I open up the back door and there's a big dumpster, like the big, like huge, like tractor trailer sized dumpster. And I mean, rats just everywhere.
Oh, gross.
Just run. And so I'm sitting there and I don't know if I was smoking or vaping or something, but I had my light for my flashlight and they're just like running at me and
Oh
then
my
like would
God.
like dart and move. And I was trying to catch them on camera and I couldn't even catch them on camera. They were moving so fast, like because it was so dark out, like the light on my cell phone wasn't enough to
Oh my
to
God,
light
that's
them
horrifying.
up and videotape them. Yeah.
How big were they?
I mean, not like huge. They were probably like the biggest ones were probably like
That's pretty freaking big.
pretty big. Yeah. Maybe the size of like a small hamster or something, not like a guinea pig,
Yeah.
But, they're a lot bigger than mice for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, but it was pretty crazy to have them like run at you and then like dart off to this, because I mean, they could have just. I get worried when there's too many squirrels around.
Right?
Like I'm like, what are you guys planning? What's like I was at a park the other day, and I think there was like 4 squirrels in one eye shot, and I'm like looking around, just making sure they're not like organizing.
Do you ever see the episode of Rick and Morty where Rick makes a helmet that can hear squirrels?
No.
Yeah, he makes a helmet that can hear squirrels, and then Morty's wearing the helmet, and he can hear the squirrels like. Oh, you can hear animals in general, I think, and the squirrels are like planning like to have for a throw over the government, and then they realize that he can hear them, and then they start chasing after him to kill him.
Of course. Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
No, that's pretty much exactly what I was going through. So I'm glad I came up with that on my own and then suddenly find out.
One time I was at a stoplight here in town, and I shit you not, there was 11 squirrels in the same tree chasing each other like up around the tree, like running up and down. It was upsetting. It was
Yeah.
upsetting.
Well, you know, when all this COVID stuff hit and all the toilet paper was gone, I was thinking, I was like, well, if there's no food, I could just catch squirrels and you could use them as toilet paper too.
That's true.
Yeah, use their little claws
Washable. Ooh.
to dig at your butt.
Well, you could like use it, wash it, and then hang it to dry.
Just drag that tail between your legs.
It's like a little pipe cleaner.
Yeah, totally.
Little bottle brush.
Exactly. Get those condoms clean and then you'd probably feel good. You just, Roma, it's the end of the world, and you start using squirrel pelts as condoms. So you just have an erection with
Hey, they use
with a
sheepskin.
squirrel carcass. Can't get laid. I don't know. Just always goes wrong. So weird. Just got this mummified squirrel.
Here's a video of a dad and his son, and they were walking somewhere. Where were they at? San Francisco, I think. Yes, San Francisco's Golden Gate Park,
Okay.
and 14 squirrels show up and a coyote.
Oh no, 14 raccoons.
Or I'm sorry, raccoons.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play. I'm not gonna put the sound on, but. And they're all like, "Oh, this is so... the dad's kind of like, oh, hello, raccoon, come back here, son." You know.
Yeah. Holy. Middle of the day.
Middle of the day.
They've got a Rottweiler with them, which is good because I know they don't have a gun with them.
Yeah, not there.
Look at that one. That one's being aggressive. Yeah, that one's being really aggressive. Yeesh.
Yeah, 14 of them, and then a coyote shows up too.
Yeah, look how aggressive these things. They're all like attack stance.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, look, you got a Rottweiler with you, but
I'm sure they were more concerned about the dogs. They were
Yeah.
saying that people feed them, and so they're
yeah.
desensitized to humans. But like, ugh, scary.
Well, think how many freaking
Oh, look, the mask on outside.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't think the biggest danger to you out here is COVID.
Pretty sure it's the rabid raccoons.
And also the homeless.
That too.
Yeah, I mean, because yeah, just think of all the homeless people out there. Like, all these raccoons are probably just stealing their drugs. Their toilet paper. That's why they have to poop in the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a coyote?
It's right. There he is.
Oh wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And they're all predators too, which is interesting.
Yeah, I'd be getting out of there.
Yeah.
I would not be like, oh, this is really, especially if I had a kid with me, I'd be like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, and rabies. So all of those things carry rabies.
Yeah.
They're all known to hurt people. Coyotes, I think, steal more people's dogs.
Steve S. said he had a squirrel pelt for his bike seat.
Yeah, God, that's crazy. San Francisco is such a nightmare.
Yeah, no kidding.
Can't even walk down the Golden Gate path. You're accosted by all sorts of animals.
Okay.
I would use it. I would leave a terrible Yelp review for that path.
Ghost Hunter warns Poundland's 1 pound Ouija boards could unleash deadly demons. Let's see. Paranormal investigator has slammed Poundland for selling Ouija boards as part of its Halloween products. Paul Marsters has warned that deadly demons can be released by the boards if they are in the hands of anyone but mediums. Paul, who's a member of the True Paranormal Events UK, says he was gobsmacked when he saw the spirit board on sale for £1 in his local budget store. Whole Live reports. Oh, Whole Live. Okay, that's the paper. He said Ouija boards are most certainly not a toy and should not be available for kids to buy in pound shops for Halloween, never mind adults that are not trained how to use them. This does not matter if it's plastic or wood. If the paunchlet spells the word Zeus, it is a demon trying to come through, and you should not even say the name. Never mind continuing to communicate with it. This guy seems kind of uppity.
All right. He seems very specific, too. I mean, I guess it's nice that he's telling you, exactly what not to do.
Yeah,
How do you feel about that?
I think he would be the kind of person to leave a Yelp review.
He could.
But I mean, I don't disagree with him, but I don't know that I would be like upset that the dollar store was selling Ouija boards.
I'm sure he's probably looking for some,
some type of media
headlines.
attention or something.
Yeah, I would think.
It just seems really, the likelihood of things going wrong using a Ouija board are relatively low. So to be like that upset about it seems
well, and that
like an overreaction to me.
Yeah, I think kids are that way anyways, because kids are always going to be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe kids don't do that kind of stuff anymore. Do you think?
I mean, I think they do, but
because we did that stuff when we were younger.
sure. I mean, but only as so much as like you do it and you're like meh, and then you don't do it because it's really not that fun.
Yeah, and then but your soul is forever tarnished.
I think most people, they use a Ouija board and either something doesn't happen and you get bored with it, or something does happen and you get scared and then you don't use it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rare when things go really south really fast.
Because I mean, you could slide around a piece of cold cut.
I mean, I suppose.
Cut a hole in a piece of ham, put it on your ABC bat. Slide it.
Or just cut a wedge of cheese.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fine. Doesn't slide as well now. You need that greasy ham. You need that ham lube. Yeah. No, but I think when we were kids, we would do things like this because there weren't as many distractions. There weren't all the your Twitter and your Facebook and your Instagasm.
I just like how they have pound stores.
Yeah. I mean, the pound is worth more than the dollar, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Suckers.
Mm-hmm. So we're really winning on this deal.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But he seemed so upset, and I just was like, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But
he's probably one of those people that are terrible to talk to.
Probably.
That takes everything way too seriously. No, you just don't get it. All right. This is furious. Serious? It's furious.
Like,
Free.
I like how he calls it deadly demons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about too many demon deaths.
Deadly demon deaths. It's alliteration. Majored in English. Can't make any money.
Perfect. All right, let's see what else I got.
That is funny, though.
I've got a ghost video here.
Ghost video?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, let's do full screen so you can see it.
Yeah. Wait, I see a ghost. No, wait. No, wait, there's one. Nope. What? All right.
It's going to reloop it.
So this is in Gettysburg,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a famed Civil War battleground site. That's interesting.
I have a theory.
Greg Yingling.
So you can see it like go in front of these old cannons, and it looks like something kind of hunched over,
Yeah.
and it's going past it, and
It's
like you know,
very humanoid.
right. So like you know how like in Predator when he's invisible, in Predator when he's invisible and you can kind of see like the wavy, like miragey
shimmer of.
It kind of has that look to it.
Yeah.
Now, if you rewatch it, I want you to pay attention to the guy's windshield.
Which is used for shielding wind.
Okay. Now watch this guy's windshield. What is this black spot right here? So you can see that there is, see right here?
Yeah.
So right here. There's something on his windshield. So if you see this black dot right here, it follows the black dot. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, it's the same parallel as the.
There's something on his windshield, and as he's driving by, it's warping. It's like water or sap or bug guts or something.
I don't know. Well, because it looked like they were both moving. So I don't know. That almost disproves it for me. I mean, to me, it more does.
You could see it right now. There's something on his windshield. And the quote-unquote ghost follows that black dot that's at the bottom of the windshield.
The movement of the camera was what was
throwing you off.
Yeah, is what's throwing me off because now that you mentioned it, it does look like it's stable. Interesting.
So somebody had actually sent me this video, and I initially watched it, and I was like, I don't see it. And I watched it over and over and over again. I didn't see it. And then finally I found a video where it had been circled. And I was like, oh, that's just something on his windshield. That's why I didn't see it to begin with, because I knew that there was something there distorting the...
It's almost like it's oil or something, like...
Yeah, oil, water, bug guts.
Interesting. It does look humanoid, though.
It does. Really... It's very compelling. I see why people see it, but I immediately thought, and actually I got sent that the same day. Did you see the quote unquote UFO that everybody saw in New Jersey? It turned out to be a blimp.
Oh yeah.
The highways were stopped.
The humanity. Oh.
People were freaking out. People were stopped on the highways. It was like all over the internet. And
really?
And I was watching it and I'm like, I think that's a blimp.
Well, Blimpies is from New Jersey.
Originally. Oh, I didn't know that. So is Jersey Mike's.
That's probably true.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so within the span of like 10 minutes, I debunked the ghost video and the UFO video, and I was feeling pretty good about myself.
Interesting. Well, way to tear away everyone's wish cat.
I know. Well, me wanting to be the ultimate believer, and I call it like I see it.
Yeah. Well, I think, yeah, I think for him, it would have to be oil or something on there because of the way that that the light passed through it, because if it was something like sap, I just don't think that would be quite as, I don't think that would quite, transmit and have the same effect. So I think maybe if somebody, something off the road, somebody drove through something, who knows? Yeah, it's very interesting though.
Well, we're about that time. You have anything you want to say?
Well, you can check us out on or subscribe on YouTube, and you can like us, and you can also comment and check out our videos every Friday. We are also looking into creating some more content, some less perhaps less comedy, but more I don't know, more cultural and political minded stuff, kind of like the Yuri Bezmenov stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and some things that we think are really fun but are not quite as interactive and dialogue based. It's
Mm-hmm.
more information that we think is important for people to have. So stay tuned for some of that stuff to be coming out. And then also you can check us out on Patreon. We do have where you can support the show, like $3 a month. And, you know, it's nice because we'd love to continue to do this and have it grow and become a big, exciting, fun career.
Sure.
Yeah. So check us out, patreon.com/Sensible Sociopath Podcast. Roma has an awesome Instagram, which is Instagram or
The Sensible Sociopath Podcast. And then same thing for Facebook.
We're on Twitter and Parler, so
Mhm.
at SensoxSteve on either of those. And then we are also on our audio platforms.
Which get uploaded every Tuesday morning.
Yep, every Tuesday morning. We are not doing SoundCloud as much just because we're going to be, we'll still put the new episodes up there, but we're not going to have all of our back catalog. So if you listen to us on SoundCloud, you can listen to us everywhere else better. Plus we get money because it's got a couple ads in it. So
Yep.
anyways, and we will have a new outro next week. So
I'm excited.
Yes. So this is the last of this old outro. I hope you enjoy it. It has served us well.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yes. See you next time.
It's over, Johnny.
Yeah, I read a survey once that like 98% of people die.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Europe would be a fraction of the size that it is today, if not for incest.
It's over! Nothing is over! Nothing! You just don't turn it off!
Content and stories and whimsy and a little love.
So they say the big one's coming. For California.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Was she a great big fat person?
That's right.
Have you ever seen how many clothespins you could get on your scrotum? You ever dabbled in the dark arts?
Guess what? I don't have to fuck the goats anymore.
It's actually quite a bit of fun.
Hashtag them too. I have no control over life.
If I had a keyboard, I'd be able to help you.
What dude hasn't tried to blow himself? 8 3/4 is totally fine.
They say that you can kill yourself.
Mark Hamill as a voice actor is absolutely phenomenal.
People get really, really hostile really, really quickly.
Rape and incest.
Oh, we started talking about crazy Joe Biden and they shut us down.
I got the ultra AIDS.
Nobody's got AIDS.
You're throwing off my game with your heartbeat and your talking and your breathing.
I have had to stop using my favorite poop phrase.
Why stop at 2 atomic bombs? Why don't we just do the whole thing?
Is this one of them left or right-handed coffins? Oh shit. Oh, that's a dick. Sorry, kids.
I'm airing my junk out and I'm looking bold. I've always been a fan of Evan Watson. After she turned 18.
After? That's where you and I are different, my friend.
I mean, I don't have a problem digging a hole and keeping an erection.
It's all about romance.
Texting, talking, touching.
Jumper cables and proper voltage, you could have dead baby movement.
Are you guys judgmental? Me? Not so much. Bunch of Judas Priest albums. Rob Halford's pretty badass.
Yeah, I like Judas Priest.
You know he's gay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.